Back in the gym today after somewhat brief hiatus, not from working out but just from being at the gym. So yes, in yesterday's video I had mentioned that I was gonna be here and do sled and other things that I can't really do at home, that I don't have the equipment for. So going to do some circuit style training that involves the sled and pair it up with some other movements. At least for the first one, I'm starting off with reverse sled drag. Or the first part of the first circuit is reverse sled drag. So there's a lot of people, or quite a few new people that are in or that subscribe to the channel recently. I tend to do a lot of backward walking and also reverse sled. The reason for doing this is it helps direct more blood into the VMO of the quads and also the knee joint, which ends up helping knee health and knee mobility. Most exercises and just day-to-day life put you in a position where your knee is never over the toe, but with every step backward your knee is over the toe, and so you're able to train your knee in that range of motion more safely than like any other way. And the reason it's safe is because the worst thing that can happen while dragging a sled is that the sled doesn't move. There's no, like, the weight won't fall on you and stuff like that. The probability of injury is very low. So I find the sled to be a really safe way to overload the legs with a lot of weight. And with forward sled drag, I'm making sure that I'm driving from my toes. And making sure I'm letting the big toe stretch, and getting the toe muscles involved, because even like with modern shoes, your toes never really get to work, and that ends up radiating into problems in the calves and things like that. So I do a lot of backward walking to train the knee, and then the forward sled drag. Even with the reverse sled drag, I make sure to get my toes in contact with the floor first, so that I'm training my toes. I also use a barefoot style shoe that bends when you step on the floor, so that it gives that natural bend of the toes. In any case, the second exercise of this circuit is battle rope. So I'm gonna do 10 alternate lunge position, one leg, switch legs, repeat. Then both hands. Then repeat the same thing with both hands. Ending off with side to side medicine ball slams. Looks like this. So training rotational force there. We will have the obliques. So kind of moving with the momentum of the ball. But using as much force to slam into the floor as possible. Yeah. In any case, at the end of all this, the heart rate should go super high. Training the cardiovascular system while moving a lot of weight. So you get both like the cardiovascular aspect of things and the heavy weight aspect of things. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for 3 to 4 sets and then on to something else. For the next circuit, staying with the same 3 pieces of equipment as the previous circuit. So going to do sideways sled drags. So with sideways sled drags, I'm holding the TRX band against the sled. While moving to the right leg points forward and then the left leg comes across and pushes to the side, training the abductors. Looks like this. So I don't know if it's noticeable, but the left leg steps across, engaging the abductors. It's good to train movement under load in all directions. So with backwards and forward sled, you're training moving backwards and forwards under resistance. And with lateral sled drags, you're training moving sideways under load. Personally, I think these movements are at least more effective for me in developing my legs than and my leg strength in general, better than a lot of what traditional exercises is. That's not saying it's the same for everyone, but at least for me, ever since using the sled for training legs, I've noticed a lot more improvement. Then moving into battle rope oblique twists. Sitting on the floor and moving the rope side to side for 20 each side. Training the obliques there, and also just the endurance, and then finishing off with medicine ball slam, but like a chest throw to the floor. yeah, so at the end of all this, the heart rate should be pretty high. And again, there's a lot of weight or resistance involved throughout the entire circuit. So you're able to get cardiovascular work in while also handling a lot of weight. So yeah, I'm gonna do this for another 2-3 sets for a total of 5, and then on to the next thing. I don't know if it's the heat or the humidity or just how much I worked out yesterday in the heat, but feeling pretty exhausted. I thought I'd do more circuits, but after 5 circuits each of the 2 things that I had, felt pretty exhausted, so instead of doing more, decided to take it easy, and then I can probably come back stronger tomorrow. There are definitely days where you shouldn't succumb to that voice in your head that says, hey, you need to slow down a little. But other times you do have to listen to that voice. But as long as you come back stronger the next day. So, for example, if tomorrow I woke up and still felt really bad, I would push myself to do more, because at that point I feel like, I don't know. It is definitely possible that you need more time to recover or whatever, but personally, in my experience, I've noticed that usually if I feel like that 2 days back to back, if on the second day I just stop listening to that voice that says slow down a little, my body usually kicks into gear, and then eventually I have a good workout. But yeah, so tomorrow regardless, I think my workout's going to be more intense than it was today, or at least force myself for it to be that way. But yeah, for the next exercise, moving into back extensions. So this is another exercise that I don't really get to do at home. So I want to do things that I can't do at home when I'm at the gym. Going to do single leg extensions or back extensions, where I have just one leg inside the hold, and then I'm going to do back extensions. Looks like this. This is a good way of unilaterally targeting the lower back and the glutes. Just regular back extensions are a good movement, but I find doing single leg back extensions a good way to even out any imbalances that exist from side to side. I used to do competitive powerlifting, and I think the volume of deadlifts that I used to do in the past, especially when you're doing the mixed grip, I think one side of the body gets recruited different from the other, and I think that leads to certain imbalances, especially if you do a lot of deadlifts, which I used to do, and I still do, but I do more unilateral ones right now. But in any case, because of all the volume that I used to do before, I still have some lagging imbalances between side to side. And so when I work out, I prefer movements that focus on the body unilaterally. So there's no problem with doing a bilateral back extension, but I do prefer the unilateral variation. I'm going to do this for 5 sets, then on to something else. Finishing off the workout with QL raises, Quadratus, Lumborum raises. Using the back extension machine again and leaning on one side and going all the way down and coming up. Going for 8 to 10 each side. The quadratus lumborum are muscles that run along the side of the spine and side of the body over here. Good for just overall side-to-side mobility and also, I guess, keeping your spine safe. But yeah, doing 8 to 10 each side. I'm gonna do another 2-3 sets of this, after which I'm gonna head to the sauna and spend like 20 minutes in there doing some mobility and some body weight abs work. But yeah, probably gonna probably gonna check my physique and stuff under gym lighting after this. So I wasn't entirely happy with the workout today. Usually when I do sled based circuits, I feel like I do a lot more. Even though the two that I did were pretty intense and doing, uh, 5 of each circuit is pretty taxing. Well, usually I'm able to do a lot more. I think it's a mixture of working out and doing a lot of sprints and stuff outdoors yesterday in the heat, which has got me feeling a different kind of exhausted, such that I wasn't able to, fully recover and exert that same amount of vigor today. But yeah, I guess tomorrow's workout will be a little bit of stuff at home and then also stuff over here. Like that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to work out a little bit at home and then I'm also going to work out a little bit here, so that I can get a little bit of like my steel mason kettlebell stuff done at home and then focus on like sled and then chest and stuff over here. In any case, there's a lot of new subscribers here. So kind of just want to talk about what my channel is all about. Personally, I think my way of training is quite unconventional and unique. I don't think it is the optimal way of training or anything. It is the way of training that I enjoy and have fun with. And I don't know, I find fun in experimenting and discovering new things. And through my channel, I'm able to share some of that with everybody. And that's pretty much what my goal is. When I talk through my exercises and stuff, it's more so what I feel and how things have been working for me. And I think fitness is very individualistic, to where what one works for one person might not necessarily work the exact for the other person. And yeah, so I just like putting out the ideas that I have in my head and the stuff that I do on video. Then besides that, as a personal challenge for for what I've been doing is working out every day. I've been doing that for like at least 2 years now. This is the third year, but none of that was ever on video. So 2 years ago, I think I took 2 days off the entire year. The past year, I think I took either 2 or 3 days off. I don't remember exactly. But so far, this is episode 181. So that means in the past 6 months, I haven't taken any days off because I've been uploading every day and also working out. And to upload every day, I've had to work out every day. So yeah, that's kind of what it is I want to make it to 366 straight episodes. So it will be 1 year straight of uploads. And then after that, we'll see what happens. But I have no intention of stopping after that. It's just like that's my first goal that I'm focusing on, and that's what I'm working towards. And yeah, throughout, if you go back and watch some of my earlier videos, like at least episode 1 through 70, there was no kettlebell juggling, but now from 70 onwards, or 70, 75, somewhere there, I started kettlebell juggling. And so there's all these little things that I've been working on. So like rope flow, I don't think showed up till episode 100 or something like that. So what ends up happening is there's all these different tools and ways of training that I've picked up, and I slowly end up developing those skills, and through the videos I'm able to show how I learned these skills, experiment with these different kinds of equipment, how they work for me. And yeah, I think there is some value to that. And yeah, I hope it's valuable to you guys and you guys have fun watching as I develop through these different things. Hope it contributes to I don't know, if you guys need any ideas or something, or alternative exercises that uh, you know that you guys might want to try out, then that's something you can do. In any case, I'm going to do some posing, and let's check out how the physique looks now. Need to get under the light properly. Yeah, so I'm currently trying to get lean since it's the summer. I always try to stay pretty lean, but during the summer I especially try to get more lean. And if you guys have watched the previous videos, you'll notice that my physique looks a lot different than it does like in this light than it does outdoors. So, take that for what it's worth. I got into fitness initially 12 years ago through bodybuilding, or got into lifting. I got into fitness through running and basketball, but got into lifting specifically through bodybuilding. And so there is a part of me that still enjoys posing and checking out the physique and that kind of stuff. And although like my exercises might not seem very bodybuilding like, I don't think it's just conventional bodybuilding exercises that like lead to a good physique. I think you can get a good physique through a lot of different methods. And yeah, like if you look at a lot of athletes and stuff, they have really good physiques, but their training style is not necessarily like the traditional bodybuilding style. But yeah, that's a little physique update. And yeah, we'll probably be back at the gym tomorrow. At least right now, what I think is I'm going to do part of my workout at home and then part at the gym. But yeah, let's see how tomorrow turns out. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow.